Howdy, everyone. This is Mark coming to you live with another video here. Um, I'm here, you're there. I know it now. Um, Thank you guys for watching my video. I must say it's an honor for you guys to watch my videos and stuff like that. It's an honor for you guys to take time out of your busy life to watch a fat guy like me ramble on about stuff. But I had to use this because disconnected, but YouTube decided I had to freak out and have a seizure and I had to restart. So we'll make do what we got. Now, today's topic of the video today, live stream, is going to be live service games. Best for gaming or its downfall? Let's chat. Talk about this new way to game. Um, live service has been around for a while, guys. Live service has been around for a while. Um, I mean, and you might ask yourself, what is live service? Well, Google says live service is a content video games. Live service refers to a business model where a game is designed to be continuously supported and updated by developers, providing ongoing content, features, experiences to players. This model is categorized to regular content updates, events, and often includes microtransactions and other forms of monetization to support ongoing development. And the biggest one so far is Fortnite. Um, Fortnite itself, literally, um, you can literally, go here and look at the player count on Steam, and it's still sitting at hell. Fortnite is where is it at? Death Must Die. Fortnite or something, folks. Fortnite or somewhere. Sorry, guys. Fortnite here. I had to restart my stuff to get to work. Sorry, because my system was acting stupid today. But Counter Strike is a live service game. DOTA 2 is a live service game that has 600,000. There's over 1 million players playing it right now. Counter Strike 2. Different games here. Cyberpunk has over 1 million people, but it's not a live service game technically. Apex Legends is another live service game. It currently has 98,000 players. And that's a pretty uppity for a game that has that many live service games. In the finals is the lowest one that has 8,000. But it goes without saying though, a lot of games here like Boulder Gate 3 is live service, Apex Legends, Elder Scrolls, Counter Strike. These games are all live service, and it needs to be addressed that live service gaming have been around for a long period of time. And I think if you look at the live service portfolio, you'll see a lot of people want to make Fortnite type of content. And if they can have a cash cow, and that's one thing I think they want is Epic Games itself. Epic Games has the formula somehow to make this work. Fortnite is a game people are chasing. Apex Legends came from the Titanfall series, but it was chasing the Fortnite craze. Fortnite guys have been out. It was free to play. The game is free to play. You can literally drop nothing on it and play it for free. The game has close to 100,000, a million, whatever players. Counter-Strike has over 1 million players right now on it. Right now, about 900,000 players on it right now. It's Sunday night, 12:15 in the morning. Yeah, I took off, so today I substitute my weekend roundup from Saturday to Sunday. I took off tonight. But the point is being this. The situation at hand is this. Live service games are good if you find a way to do it. Now let's look at the games that failed. Let's type in live service games that failed list. We'll see here live service games that failed. Here's a list of live service games. And some of them you might know, you may not know. But the point being, guys, is this. Concord came out recently, maybe about a few months ago. 2 weeks, it was dead. They refunded everybody, told everybody to take it back to the store, got 4 refunds. Twisted Metal, a good franchise. Spider-Man, The Great Web. Anthem, another game. Helldivers 2, they said it failed. I don't think Helldivers 2 really failed in the sense what's saying here. If you really if you look at the fact Helldivers 2 is on here, it's kind of sad that it's failing, but it's not really failing in the sense of what we think live service is. See, Helldivers 2 is not trying to pull a Fortnite. They're not trying to pull a Concord and be a Fortnite or a Destiny clone or a Overwatch 2 or Overwatch 1 clone. What they're being is themselves. What they're doing is watching themselves. Is trying to be the best that they can be. And that's what they're doing. Trying to be the best that they can be. And I think if people understand that, the Concords of the world would not survive. You wouldn't have Concord sitting here. You wouldn't have Twisted Metal or Anthem. Helldivers 2, I still can't believe it's on this list. Payback, I understand. Phone Starters, yeah, I can see that. And Babylon Fall. I think that what made games really bad. Here's a slideshow, some games here. Crossfire, 15 months. Then it died. Lawbreakers, 402 days. Babylon Fall, 361. I know they didn't make a year. Apex Mobile, 351 days. Something else. Radical Heights, the day before, 1 month. Concord, 14 days. The Curing, 8 days, too. It's showing me that live service games, though problematic, are not what they should be. I did a topic on this years ago and also a few months ago. Live service games. And if we're not careful, we can see the end of gaming as we know it. Every game company wants to get the quick cash. They want that quick hit and get out. They want to stick their arm with that money, pump it in the veins, and throw the game out and run out the door with the money. No, they want that Fortnite experience. And Fortnite has gone through some issues, as well as Apex Legends, Titanfall 2. Hell, Battlefield 2042 is still rolling. And that game came out to abysmal failure because I bought it gold 2 weeks before it came out because I'm Indian. And I think if games today are live service, I can guarantee you they don't have they don't have one or two things: a story campaign or a compelling multiplayer. Fortnite has so much that they have Fortnite Racing, they have Fortnite Classic, they have all these Fortnite games you can play for free that are modded, created by modders, people who love Fortnite. So you have so much content. Yeah, some maybe cost you must pay for some. You might have to unlock certain things, pay for this, pay for that, whatever. Because some people want to be held behind paywalls so they get money for it, or whatever. Some developers. In most cases, about 99% of Fortnite is free. Um, and free to play. You rank up as you play. I never got into Fortnite. I never. I thought it was more like a Wii title because it came out on the Wii. Okay, I thought it's a kids game. It's a Wii game. It's all colorful and crap. I like explosions, blood, and guts and dismemberment. I'm not really into the kiddie crap when it comes to the Fortnite. We're realizing that adults playing Fortnite too. I have a friend of mine playing Fortnite at work. When they're playing on their Steam decks or whatever. So it kind of tells me that it's more than just a kids craze. Like arcades back in the 80s and the early 90s. It's more than kids craze. But I think that with today's market being as it is, that you can't really, rest on your morals. You can't rest on the sense that you have people out there saying, well, we need another Fortnite clone. Why? Why don't you go out there and create a great game, Sony? Why do you want to put a battle royale and something else? Or EA? Why do you must fist in the air, dying breath, have a battle royale game mode in Battlefield? Can we just play Battlefield? Can you make the game work? And Battlefield 7 be an actual game that's not just a useless camping just for KD and stupid crap like that. I have to have an actual play. How about Call of Duty? Get rid of the Turtles crap. Nicki Minaj garbage. Get rid of the Call of Duty Warzone crap, and get actual back to boots on the ground. Good Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2 remastered. The new Modern Warfare 2 was good. With the ground war invasion, and that was cool. But all it was a camping montage. You hid on a roof and you kill people, and that was it. You didn't have much fun. I played Black Ops 6. I uninstalled it quickly. I'm sorry. It just Call of Duty is dead to me. When you have Nicki Minaj and Ninja Turtles running around, it's done. You sold your soul for, some woman with big butt and big boobs running around with an AK-47. To me, that's not Call of Duty. Used to be trying to do a spin twirl and no scope and kill somebody halfway across the map with a spin twirl and no scope on a sniper rifle. Nowadays, run around like Nicki Minaj and calling yourself a gamer. I mean, it just, to me, it makes no sense. And I think, people are like, go market racist. No, I'm not racist. I just think things like that are stupid. I don't want to have live service games turn into a wannabe cash cow. Not every game, guys, is going to be Fortnite. You can't take Anthem, and the developers didn't know Anthem was until they saw a presentation of Anthem, a year before the game was going to come out, and they rushed right through it and gave you just looting and shooting bugs, and that was it. And you flew around. All the cool cutscenes that you thought you could do, there's cutscenes. All the battles, there's cutscenes. How about Destiny? Oh, great game. Warping in and coming down. And I bought that too. I bought the cool warp thing coming in, and you let your ship go down and blast away. All cutscenes. The loading screen is a damn freaking flying your spaceship over a planet. That's the loading screen. Not dropping bombs and lighting stuff up. It's the same run and gun, loot and shoot. It's no fun. How about Overwatch? And of course, every game will want to be Overwatch now. The Avengers and all that other crap, and then and Concord. No, I can go on for hours about how bad these games are. Live service done correctly, like Fortnite, Counter Strike, um, World of Warcraft, Age of Empires was live service at one time. Um, um, Diablo, it's kind of in live service. Think about it, but not really much anymore. Um, Elder Scrolls, another one. A lot of these games back in the PC era required monthly memberships, like World of Warcraft. You pay 10 bones a month to access their servers. And by doing that, you get tons of content you can do. You could buy expansion packs and that stuff on to expand the game. And they have, in fact, every year they'll have like 2 to 4 expansion packs throughout the quarter, over the year. Then, you might have 1 or 2 this quarter. Second quarter, you might have 1. Third quarter, you might not have anything really at all, but maybe some updates or whatever. And the fourth quarter, you might get tons of crap. All the stuff you want, and that's how game services should be, live service should be. To give you value for paying them. If you want a live service, guys, do what Fortnite does. I don't play Fortnite because I thought it was a kid's game on Wii. So how mature I'm not. Well, I saw people playing at work in the lunchroom, the cafeteria, playing Fortnite on their Steam decks and stuff like that. So you give you a value. The game has tons of playlists. You can race Fortnite. You can do classic stuff. You gotta be like Fortnite, but you don't have to copy them. Why can't you just give us good games there, Sony, or Microsoft, or EA? Epic, you have Fortnite, and that's your claim of fame, and that's fine. How about Capcom? We don't need another Fortnite clone. We don't need another Concord to come out and die 14 days later. We don't need this. And it sickens me that people are just clamoring for the next Fortnite clone. Really? You guys don't understand what this means to the world of gaming. This damages gaming more than anything else. Because it makes people think, okay, well, we're the fat people, and I'm fat, but lazy people sit around and play Fortnite all day. And that'd be far from the truth. I got a lot of friends who are heavier than me, who drive trucks and do stuff and work in offices and have kids and other stuff. They run around and do stuff with children. Yes, you get good. They play game 5 hours a day to escape the world of reality sometimes. But we all do. That's why you turn on Netflix. You get lost in that series. You used to watch when you're younger, and you watch it again. We all escape reality. Live service gaming is just another way of escaping reality by giving you value, giving you more and more and more. But when games like Redfall, games like that died. Granted, the company, the industry that Microsoft killed off the company, but put them back into a new studio. Hopefully, you might see Redfall come out with more stuff. Offline mode, you can play by yourself, and maybe have a single player leaderboard for who's the best, and beating Redfall going as far as I can, or stuff like that. But you're not going to get that. There's a lot of single player games too that died too, like a Bulletstorm. Great game, but it wasn't live service. It was a fun game, but it wasn't live service. MAG, Massive Action Game, PS3. I'm dating myself. I'm a lot older than that. But the game came out. 256 players, 128 on each side. You know what we did? We just camped on the other side and shot each other. There was no goal for directives because no one cared. They didn't understand how live service worked. And that game was an online multiplayer. So before everybody starts saying, "Oh my God, Mark, get online multiplayer," no, it's online multiplayer. No, there's a difference between online multiplayer and live service. Multiplayer, Halo 3. Live service, Halo Infinite. Allegedly. Online multiplayer, Call of Duty. Live service, Warzone. See this similarity there? You see how they're not similar anymore? Uh, on the multiplayer, Battlefield 2042. No, Battlefield 5. Live service 2042. See what I'm trying to say there, Vader? You have to understand which game is what. To me, a live service game to me, or an online only game to me, doesn't have a single player game. Like Black Ops, what 3 or whatever it was, had no online player at all. Had only online. It was no story whatsoever. Titanfall had an online single player that you had to play to get the last Titan, the org. And then it became rotating or whatever nonsense. It was part of the online game. You played against other people, you won matches, even even if you smoked them. If you're gonna lose the match, you're gonna lose the match. It doesn't matter. And that was kind of a weird live service game. But it wasn't live service, it's a multiplayer game. So you have to understand what makes the game live service. It's continuous updates, continuous rewards. And Fortnite is very big on that. There's certain things you have to get only on certain days. You can't be having Dreamland during, let's say, the hours of 2 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon when you have to be, trying to get this certain Fortnite weapon because it won't be back. Or it may be hidden by, microtransactions, where you can pay to get it, but if you can get it by just beating the game or being online, that's why games like World of Warcraft and Fortnite and Counter-Strike are so hot, because people like the fact they're online with other people and they're playing games that people like to play. There's like 3 billion gamers in the world that generate almost $10 billion in revenue for the game industry. One game can make more money than most motion pictures out there. Titanic sold and made like over $1 billion. Counter-Strike came out in 1998 and blew out of the water within, not even the first 90 days. I mean, the game sold like hotcakes. Granted, it's probably a couple $100 million, but within the first 2-3 years, Titanic is a movie, Counter-Strike is a video game. It's different media, but it's still a live action. It's still action. It's still you're watching it or you're playing it. And I think live service to me is any game. My criteria for a live service game is always online, with updates and tournaments, certain things you can only get in live stream or in the current live event. No single player game at all, and it has to have at least about 400,000 people remain alive to make it a live service. Because they call Halo Infinite live service in the game that didn't barely make over close to 100,000. Maybe made a little more than that. But Palworld did over $1 billion, and that's considered a live service game, but it's being shunned by the Xbox community. Palworld, a game that is a clone of Pokemon, that you run around and do stuff with whatever the hell you deal with. I don't know what it is. How about Plants vs. Zombies? That's an online multiplayer, but had live service tensions, had live service tendencies. That wasn't 100% live service. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is this. A live service game can be more than just a game that you play online. Titanfall 2 can be considered a live service game because there's war bonds or active updates. Halo Infinite can be a live service game because there's updates, patches, and Battlefield, Call of Duty. But to make a real live service game, it has to be pretty much, I think, a free to play to be a live service game. Destiny 2 is a live service game, technically. Destiny 3 has been scrapped and canceled. But that's just something that they have done on their own. And that's why I think people need to expect that about live service games. That these games are dropping like flies, people are losing their jobs, is because people don't know what to do. They have no clue what to do. They don't know how to create a game without sticking a battle royale in the end or somewhere. And to me, it's really sad because when you have games like this, it doesn't matter how much money you pump into it. You pump in $3 billion, and half, or no, maybe about a third of how much revenue is generated by the game community. It doesn't mean the game community like, I want this. Nah, I don't want that. And the game flutters and goes out, and then you got a business. Look at Microsoft. They got deep pockets. They let Phil Spencer and his team go on a spending spree and buy game studios and buy Activision, do all this stuff just to fart out a game where you run around like Nicki Minaj or or a damn Ninja Turtle. I'm thinking, are you shitting me? Are you telling me you spent $69 billion of Microsoft money to go? I'm gonna dress as Nicki Minaj and run around. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? You can take that money and take Redfall and make it a better thing. You can take that money and make it a Sunset Overdrive 2. You couldn't because the game is actually owned by Insomniac. That's now owned by PlayStation, Sony. PS5 owns it. Sony owns it right now. But you could do things of that try something new. Now, granted, new Fable coming out, a lot of games coming out. You had Grounded, you have some new games that came out, and rightfully so. They're pretty decent. You have other games come out like I said, Fable. But what happened? How happened? They'll live up to the expectations of the gamer itself. All that money you just blew on everything you wanted to buy. You grab everything with both hands. Now it becomes a detriment. Now it becomes a problem. Now it becomes your albatross. Now you have to sit there and go, okay, now what are we going to do now? Somebody be going home forever because they don't have a job. But luckily, the Game Pass Ultimate is actually doing better. So they're actually having good sales with it right now. Even, like I said, I even said these live service, these service games like Game Pass Ultimate and Plus, they're considered live service. Think about it. Game Pass Ultimate gives you 100 games to play or more to play. But PlayStation Plus gives you say 75 games to play at the ready. And changes, new content, new updates come out, different games. You might have an updated version of a game that comes out that says remastered version. You might get the racing game. It has updated all the new updated levels and stuff, DLC included. For the cost you're paying for your membership. Is that considered live service? I think so. So there's many ways to put anything in gaming that is doing updates automatically, live service. We gotta be careful talking about that. Well, no, we have to be careful when we discuss that. We have to be careful when we discuss that kind of stuff. Because we can't sit there and go, okay, we're gonna make a live service game. It has to be Fortnite 2.0 with chainsaws and blood and guts. They made a violent game that has blood and guts and chainsaws, but it's still a Fortnite clone. So you gotta be careful. In the game, you want to be careful. Yes, you can make a game where it's violent and it has a battle royale, like Red Dead Redemption 2. I think Red Dead Redemption 2 would do good if it had an Undead Nightmare 2. Bring it out free for everybody who bought the game. You get getting a PC or PlayStation or Xbox, whatever. You get a free update called Red Dead Undead Nightmare 2, where you can play single player or go online and play against a horde of town zombies. You have to survive against maybe 4 players or whatever. And have them come out once a year. Every Halloween or every Halloween comes out. That way, now you play single player by yourself, But the online multiplayer thing comes out every October. So whole month of October, you get Undead Nightmare 2. That'd be kind of sweet to play. Like once a year with friends, and then they break out the old Red Dead 2, pop it in, or click play if you're playing on Steam, and you just have a good time killing zombies for a month with your friends. Maybe family come over or whatever. I mean, it's a great way to keep a game like that alive and make it a semi-live service. And you can have online come back in where you have snow in the game and you're running around the course and you're freezing and you make snowballs and snowmen. It can be online or offline play. If you want to play with your friends on a private server, you could just make snowball fights, whatever. I mean, just games like that, games like open world like that, can be a great live service game if they even try. But we know with GTA 6 coming out, they'll put all the money in that. And yes, they can make a zombie mode for GTA 6 online. And then they'll make a zombie mode for Halloween for GTA 6. They can make all that stuff they want to. They can do a lot of things new to that game, and even put it in GTA 5 currently, a game that's been out since the original PlayStation 3 and 360. I mean, that's like 2 generations, 3 generations, Xbox One, and you have the Xbox X Series, and you have now that's 3 generations of Xbox. You could put a zombie game on GTA 5 and put a zombie game on GTA 6, during Halloween. What's up with that? So, like I'm saying, guys, it's live service games are really weird to me because they kind of spark the what if scenario in me. It's like, what if Concord didn't crash and burn in 14 days? What if it actually survived and it's thriving? And Overwatch 2 was not just stranglehold on the hero shooters. How about Fortnite? Playing gameplay play. PUBG. People are playing that game, but it's not as big as Fortnite. Not anymore. How about racing games? How many racing games are online only now? Very few, if any at all. Why? Because now people play racing games online all the time. Battlefield, Call of Duty, Helldivers 2, yes, they're all different genres, but they have the same thing, a live service. They have online multiplayer. Well, guys, this is my video. This is just one fat man's opinion. I hope you guys like my video. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Videos are available, you guys know. Peace out, guys. See you guys later. Until next time. Peace, love. Christ be all with all you. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Subscribe to my channel. Helps me a lot. Peace out.